Right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about True Geordie and the Conor McGregor beef. Now, I'm just up to date with this, and there's a lot of heat. There's a lot of traction moving towards this beef. What I'm going to say to you is, right, where can I actually start off with this? Do people actually think that Conor McGregor is an act? Do you actually think that this guy is acting when he is on display? Even when he's selling a fight. That is natural to this guy, right? We all know Conor McGregor, ferocious fighter, very, very big ego, likes his women, likes his whiskey, and likes a bit of the old Bolivian. Now we know that, right? We know that. We've all seen the videos of him in Liverpool in some random guy's house, absolutely tweaking off his head. We've all seen his antics when he's drunk. I've been following this guy right up right till right up till now, but from till Warriors, from Cage Warriors until now, is the correct way of saying it. But a lot of people come to me from all around the world, even English people, not so much Liverpoolians, because they get it. Liverpoolians, they understand, right? And they go, "Is Conor McGregor? He's the greatest fighter of all time." And I'm like, "No, he's not the greatest fighter of all time. He's not even the greatest fighter in Ireland. Never mind the greatest fighter of all time." Now, would he be one of the most successful people to ever come out of Ireland? Without a shadow of a doubt. The guy's a very, very successful guy, business guy, and fighter, but he wouldn't be one of the greatest fighters to ever come out of. He's not the greatest fighter. He's one of the greatest fighters, sorry. But this isn't an act, guys. McGregor is who he is. What you see is what he is. I can walk out my front door right now, right? I live in the north of Ireland, right? For any of you that actually don't know, the North and the Republic are split. Northern Ireland is still a part of Britain. Now, I'm an Irish nationalist. I have an Irish passport. Very, very hard to explain. I'm an Irish citizen. I'm an Irish man. I don't consider myself British any way, shape, or form. You can do that here. You can be a dual citizen if you really want. I'm not. I'm an Irishman. The troubles. But I can walk out through my front door right now and I can find somebody maybe that doesn't have the fighting skills as Conor McGregor, maybe isn't as intelligent as Conor McGregor, maybe doesn't have the same charisma as Conor McGregor, but he some way, shape, or form resembles Conor McGregor. He acts like Conor McGregor. He'll try to fight people like Conor McGregor. He'll see a beautiful woman with a guy and he'll try to fight the guy because that beautiful woman because that guy has a beautiful woman. That's who these people are. McGregor is inner city Dublin. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So whenever you have a guy like True Geordie, right, reviewing Conor McGregor, and he's like, this is like chalk and cheese. The interviews that you've seen Conor McGregor on, he has been maybe abroad. The interview that I seen Conor McGregor on when Ariel Harwani was interviewing him, I think was that the Black Forge or something. He was in a pub. He was in a bar. He was absolutely slashed out of his tits, like all the other Conor McGregors that I meet on a day-to-day basis. The people that act like Conor McGregor. Of course he's going to be slashed. We've seen the footage of him hitting the man in the bar. I'm not going to say that that was an old man. Look, he was in his late 40s. He wasn't a pensioner. He took a dig from Conor McGregor and fair play to him. But this is who Conor McGregor is. I have to deal with these people every time I go out for a drink. You assess the situation. You go out and you go, well, there's a guy with an ego. There's a guy with an ego. He's wearing clothes that could fit a 6-year-old. Let's stay away from that table. That's the type of people that Conor McGregor is. That he associates himself with those types of people. I don't. I'm a different type of an Irishman. For True Geordie's got this all wrong. This isn't Conor McGregor being different. Conor McGregor was always like that. Conor McGregor in Cage Warriors was into the Bolivian. Conor McGregor was into the whiskey back then. Conor McGregor was getting sliced back then. The difference between the Conor McGregor then and now is probably about 800 million. So he's into the dearer Bolivian, the more expensive Bolivian, the more expensive whiskies. You know, even though he probably drinks his own, I'm sure he still drinks the more expensive stuff. You get where I'm going with this. So when you've got a guy like True Geordie, who's correct in his assessment on McGregor's behavior, I'm not doubting that because it is crazy. But McGregor's been like that throughout his whole career. You just never picked up on it. And people are just picking up on it now because McGregor's coming to the latter stages of his career. He's on the juice. It's clear to see it. His head is the size of his head has doubled. I don't know what that is, HGH or something. I'm not a scientist. And that's all it is. People don't realize what the people are like here in Ireland. People also don't realize that even though I support Conor McGregor, I'm going to call him out. I will have no qualms saying that to Conor McGregor's face in any way, shape, or form. I have to meet Conor McGregor's every single day. That okay, they're not as good as fighters, Conor McGregor, but they'll still throw a punch at you. And you sometimes have even been in situations where I've had to sack people that have the same mindset as Conor McGregor. Maybe they even take more Bolivian than Conor McGregor and they drink more whiskey than Conor McGregor. This is who Conor McGregor is. And I've been trying to say this for, I think, right about the Chad Mendes fight. No, after the Chad Mendes fight, he was a real Irish warrior, but I still knew the type of guy that he was. This guy is riddled. You've got Conor McGregor who's riddled with accusations in regards to women. Videos of him absolutely chewing the face of himself in nightclubs. Liverpool going to the horse meetings in Liverpool, and you can clearly see that he's off his head. This guy doesn't care, and he shouldn't really care either because he's worth like $1 billion now. So why should he care about people like me and True Geordie, even though True Geordie's got a massive channel and I've got a very, very small channel? But why should he care? He's getting absolutely pissed out of his head. He possibly will lose this next fight. I hope he doesn't because he's an Irishman, even though I can call a spade and say, look, this guy is a bit of a dickhead. I still want him to win the next fight. I still want him to be successful because he's from Ireland. But let's call a spade here. From the Irish people, I'm pointing at me here, the Irish people, we've always known that this is Conor McGregor. The slurring of the words. You're seeing the Conor McGregor. It's like me. Go to work Monday morning, fresh as a daisy. You meet me on a Saturday night at 1 o'clock in the morning. Chalk and cheese. That's Conor McGregor, 1 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday night. Blitzed out of his head. Doesn't care. And that's the way it is. Now, is that good to be like that whenever you're going to be fighting in a bare knuckle, or not a bare knuckle, in a MMA fight? Of course it isn't. But this guy's done that throughout his whole career. I would near enough say that Conor McGregor has a worse record with alcohol and possibly drugs than Jon Jones. I reckon if you put Conor McGregor in a room with Jon Jones, not in a room, in a nightclub, I reckon he would drink Jon Jones under the table 10 times out of 10. And that's including all the Bolivian and anything else on the table. He would just obliterate anybody because that's who he is. And you're only seeing the real Conor McGregor now. And that's just a fact. I just thought I'd make that wee video for you just to, to clarify who Conor McGregor actually is. This is not a coincidence, or not a coincidence, but this isn't a shock to me. This isn't a shock. This is the real Conor McGregor, whether you like it or not. Right, guys, that's the end of the video. I'm going to be doing a few more reaction videos in regards to True Geordie. I want to actually listen to Conor McGregor's full reply to True Geordie, and then I'm going to make a separate video on that because I think it's really funny. I think he obliterated True Geordie, and I think True Geordie obliterated him. But that is the end of the video. Remember, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, tell me what you think, share on other social media platforms, and peace.